check it out, check it out. Now, listen, man, you know what, man? I'm tired of trying to save niggas who ain't even trying to save themselves. It's been multiple times I've got up on here, done a video, basically saying that PartyNextDoor is basically a slave in the OVO sweatshop. He don't want to give away all these hits. He came out one time saying he don't want to give away all these hits. Then he came out another time saying he loves giving away all his hits. Okay? People have criticized his recent music that he came out with. Some people say it's motherfucking whack. I personally think he sounds like Young Thug a little bit more. I still think he's a great and talented artist, but people are realizing that there's something going on with him. He tweets and deletes a lot. Now, he did another tweet and delete, and he said, I'm excited for this label who's ready to push culture, not follow culture. You better make music that makes everyone feels uncomfortable. Now, when I heard that, I was like, okay, it either means one or two things. Number one, it might mean that he's off of OVO. If you don't know, October's very own. That's a label, and it's actually OVO Sound. It's a label that's owned by Drake, that's on Warner. PartyNextDoor is on it with a whole bunch of other guys, but PartyNextDoor, as we all know, he's one of the main writers for R&B tracks or concepts for Drake, right? So when I hear this tweet, and it's pretty ambiguous, I asked it on my Instagram over like 4 or 5 days ago for people to decipher what the fuck he meant, but when I read this tweet, it kind of says if you're talking about a new label and you've been with this label since the inception, talking about OVO, if you've been with OVO since its inception over 2 years ago, why would you be talking about new labels? Okay, so if you haven't left the labeling on another new label now, it obviously means you have your own label, okay? Now, I have never heard of a sub-label on OVO that PartyNextDoor controls. I've never heard of another label outside OVO that PartyNextDoor controls. So this obviously is kind of alluding to and hinting to something that's pretty new, okay? Now, let's actually analyze the tweet. I'm excited for this label who's ready to push culture, not follow culture. Now, what the fuck is he talking about? Clearly, if you listen to PartyNextDoor, if you've seen him in the studio, I follow him on Snapchat, all platforms. I see him multiple times. I don't know what period in his life he's going through now, but musically, he seems to be experimenting a lot and not just like trying to fall into patterns or goddamn formulas to create hits. He's still very or I don't even know how to say the word. He experimenting, all right? Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And it's telling me this nigga is either off OVO, and time will tell. Because a lot of times, you know what I mean, he's one of those guys that, I wish he did more interviews, but he's one of those guys who will say something, but we don't get no clarification. One time he said he was going to have an interview with Charlamagne. I was waiting for it. I thought he was going to expose Drake. I thought he was going to say a lot of shit. Never got it, okay? Now he's saying this. He deleted the tweet. Is he on another label? You guys speculate. I will say this about PartyNextDoor, though. I think we all say if PartyNextDoor wasn't on OVO, he'll probably be this big star. We usually look at The Weeknd. We say, look what The Weeknd became. But is that really true? Is everybody meant to be that? Or are some niggas goddamn writers? Okay, PartyNextDoor voice is not the best voice in my opinion. His delivery sometimes, and this might sound counterintuitive, is a little bit too raw. When I hear him sing Jamaican songs, I actually hear the Jamaican accent. When I hear like a nigga like Drake singing, I hear a fake Jamaican accent polished for an American crowd, which American crowd prefers that. So that's what I'm saying about like his sound and him delivering the stuff that he writes. Maybe he's better off giving his hits to Rihanna, Drake, and the other people he writes to. But I would like for him to clarify this, but clearly he's either on a new label or he has a label that they have gifted him to try to make him happy. Yes, that is a thing. Artist starts getting kind of uncomfortable, they give you a label telling you can sign people, which they're going to make money off anyway, but it's just to shut you the fuck up. PartyNextDoor, please, I want to speak to you. I would love to invite you to Everyday Struggle. I would love to invite you to any platform. I ain't even got to be there. I just want to hear you speak unfiltered and not just like double dutching out of an opinion or a thought. Okay? We think you a goddamn like captive and we think you one of them niggas and Get Out. Okay? Do we gotta hit the camera flick? What do we gotta do to get the truth? Please tell me. All right? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them. Subscribe. What do you guys take from this tweet? I take that he's either on another label or he owns a label now. I hope to hear more. But again, listen, he's one of them guys. We always talk about potentially could be this huge star, but right now he's not a huge star. He's just a great writer. Let's just talk about him as what he is. A great writer. He put out some good works on his own, but let's stop just buying into potential because sometimes it never pans out. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Akademiks. I'm up.